Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here, weatherweb.net, and it is Sunday the 21st of April. Thanks again for watching. Remember, we're kept free of charge by the adverts that you see around the screen here, and it's you coming back and using the site and using the adverts, which means that we can keep the site free of charge and keep updating the forecast for you. Now, the story overall hasn't changed much during the last 24 hours. Still got some warm weather on its way for this week, particularly Tuesday and Wednesday across England and Wales, but staying cooler over more northern areas. These are the temperatures, just look at these on Wednesday here, getting into southern parts of the country. With temperatures on Wednesday afternoon probably getting up to around 20 or 21 degrees across the southeast, much cooler to the north though. But you notice what then happens, look, we've got the sharp fall off in temperatures from Thursday onwards, and notice that it becomes pretty wet for a time as well through next weekend as that cooler weather sets in. And then the ensemble is trying to leave us with that cooler, more showery weather through into next week, and including up to the May Day bank holiday weekend. It's this cool northerly flow that gets in and really doesn't want to move anywhere particularly very fast. Interesting to take a look at the North Atlantic Oscillation and the Arctic Oscillation indexes. This is the Arctic Oscillation, and interesting to note, look, this blue line is the one that we want to follow here. This is the predicted blue line. Look how it comes down to near neutral values, having been positive, look, for the last couple of days, having been so negative, look, through much of March. When it's negative, what tends to happen is the cold air can drain off the pole. When it's positive, it tends to be held very tightly to the pole. So coming down to negative hints that the cold air could try and slip off once again. Now, combine that with the Arctic Oscillation, and what this is showing is the forecast is the blue line you can see through here. See how it's positive, but then it comes down to near neutral territory. So the positive is basically westerly winds blowing across the Atlantic. You can see how during the coming week or so we're staying in that positive territory. Notice how negative it was here, look, late on in March and early April. But it stays in positive territory. Now, that's hinting that those westerly winds do come in, but with that, with the near negative Arctic Oscillation, it hints that temperatures are going to be falling off a little bit. So it kind of ties up this whole story of turning cooler again at the end of this week. So let's just look at the detail then. This is the forecast frontal chart for Monday, and the front out towards the west on Monday is a fairly weak feature. Got some rain associated with it. It'll push generally light rain into central and eastern parts of England. Out towards the west, some moderate bursts are likely, but notice the isobars close together, so it is going to be a fairly breezy day. Then to Tuesday, we start to get to the first of the warm days on Tuesday. Uncertainty over the positioning of this frontal system through here. We need to just watch that one closely. Some models got that a little bit further north, but I think essentially what's going to happen is that on Tuesday, western areas, these western coastal areas, probably suffering from some drizzle and also some poor visibility at times, perhaps some mist and fog patches. But through central and eastern areas, it's much brighter. There's some sunny spells, and we could be seeing temperatures getting up to around 19 degrees. Some showers across northern parts of Scotland, thanks to the trough you can see going through there. Into Wednesday, still got high pressure down towards the south. Again, uncertainty over the positioning of this front here. Probably not moving too far and weakening certainly as it goes further south. I think, though, Wednesday could get quite a warm day, particularly across the south, where we see sunny spells. Could be up to around 21 degrees. Much cooler to the north. Some showers affecting western Scotland, much of Ireland as well, one or two of them heavy. Although eastern parts of Scotland here are likely to be fairly sunny right through. Although, again, fairly cool up there. So temperatures northern Scotland about 10 degrees. So you see this big contrast in temperatures from north to south. On Thursday, got a frontal system just stuck across the south. Cooler air is trying to get in all the time from the north. So just in the very far south here, we could again get temperatures perhaps up to around 18 or even 19 degrees. But for most of us, we're going to be back down to the sort of 10 to 16 degree mark. I think bits and pieces of rain across Wales, across central parts of England, across East Anglia as well, and some rain for northern and western Scotland as well as Western Ireland, but elsewhere generally dry and bright with some sunny spells. And then on Friday, the winds will be turning into the north, and that brings much, much colder air down right through the country. You see how those northerly winds blowing along the isobars there get right the way southwards. Got some cold fronts associated with them as well, so they'll be taking some outbreaks of rain and also some showery bursts of rain with them as they go south. Unclear at the moment exactly where most of them will be, but I suspect northern eastern and western coast. Best of the sunshine probably down towards the south, but a much cooler day. Temperatures probably at around 8 to perhaps a 12 degree at best. Now you'll notice not much rain around either through the next week. This is the chart excuse me, that takes us up to 6 o'clock next Sunday evening. And you can see here most rain northern and western parts of Scotland, northwest England, Wales, northern parts of Ireland and the west of Ireland too. Typical values between around 25 and 50 millimetres here, but much less rainfall. Look elsewhere between about 5 and 15 millimetres during the next week. So really not much rain around at all. And there you go then, hopefully that's useful information for you. It enables you to plan your week ahead. So whatever you're doing, keep the sun shining. Bye for now.